Hello. Hope everybody's evening is going pretty well. I'm still trying to tweet out the stream. Had a little bit of a... Oh wait, no, I already did take care of tweeting that. I really feel bad, like, the amount of times I post the go live notifications, because I feel like they're kind of obnoxious on the receiving end. But also at the same time, it's like, how else are people gonna know? I don't have much of a following yet on Blue Sky, but I'm hoping soon enough, like, it'll actually turn to a proper, like, place for me to make little announcements and whatnot. Which, actually, this was, like, the weirdest thing. The other day, I got a notification that I was followed by, I was followed by a legend within the Pokemon Go community. Yeah, Mike Nerdlaw. He followed me on Blue Sky. I don't know what it was. Like, maybe he just saw that I posted Pokemon Go stuff. Like, I followed him a little while ago, and apparently he followed me back. I don't know. I have no idea why, but I guess, like, maybe he just, like, saw that I posted a lot of Pokemon, and he probably just thought, like, I was part of the community. Which, I mean, fair enough. I am. Here, let's get that webcam on. How's it going? I'm a little bit dirty today, but took care of some cleaning for the house. So, oh shit, that is loud. Oh no, that's just loud for me. There we go. Yeah, okay. I was trying to get that on so that way we would have like some music playing. I actually didn't. This was like the most slapped together at the last second stream I have ever done, because like I didn't have my 3DS capture card plugged in. I got a call out of nowhere because fucking hell, I love Kirby so much, but he got some chocolate. We accidentally left 2 chocolate custards from Culver's laying on the table, and he licked them clean. Thankfully, it was just the remainder, so it's like the tiniest bit, and it's not very potent chocolate, so he should be fine. Right now, I'm just going to be keeping an eye on him every now and then during the stream, so if we stop early, just know that that's what's going on. Alright. But right now, he's just kind of chilling. He's laying over here. I think he just wants to be near me. He might be feeling a little bit sick, poor puppy, but fucking hell. Hopefully this will finally get it through his head that he needs to stop trying to steal our food, and that we're trying to stop him for a reason. But I know dog behavior. Like 1 week from now, he's gonna forget this ever happened, and he's gonna be trying to go for the chocolate all over again. Anyways. Let's get back to Kanto. I have not touched the game since the last time we streamed. It's battle or Pokemon. I'm at Route 35, so let me know when you get here. If you check your town map on your Pokegear, you can touch Route 35 and an exclamation point will appear, so you won't forget the location. Thank you, Arnie? Were you intended to be the first person to ever tell me that? Where is Route 35? If you are intended to be the first one, I guess that would make sense. This is a pretty logical place for the tutorial for that to go down, I guess. Weird. Just especially weird because I'm sure he says that every single time. Alright, so. We have only like 1 route left in Kanto to explore, which is the Route 20 and Route 19. I don't know if we're gonna do the Seafoam Islands tonight. Like, maybe. See, the problem though is that I want to do it, but there's also a reason I you know what, just screw it. We'll do it. We already explored Route 19, I think, yesterday, so... Not yesterday, last stream. It's been a little while since the last stream, actually. I'm kind of sorry about that. I was playing this... Oh, sorry, hiccups. I was planning to stream a bunch of times throughout the week, but unfortunately homework just got the better of me, so never really got a good chance. Hoping today, though, we'll be able to get a little bit of progress. If we can take care of the rest of the routes here, like, I'll consider that a win. Wait, Slugma. When did I get a Slugma? Oh, right. I needed that to hatch an egg. Okay, so we're gonna want our surf user. I don't think we need rock climb, so I'm gonna put that away for now. Who should we bring with us? Where is the team, actually? Are they all over here? No. Wait, where is everyone? Where's Jelly? Where's... Oh, wait. I'm blind. There they are. Okay. And who should our last one be? We're definitely going to want somebody who can throw some kind of sleep on Pokemon. Like, do we have anything with Spore? Unfortunately, I don't have any good, like, Pokemon for catching and whatnot. But I guess we'll just deal with it. Well, there's Putty. Where is Manny? There he is. I must have accidentally put him in here when I was trying to do some trading or something. It's holding a Pasho Berry. Oh, right. For when I was trying to fight Blue. Alright, so let's get started on the last route of Kanto. I'm actually shocked that we're already here. Like, this has only been like 2 or 3 streams worth of exploring all of Kanto, and we're already almost done. I'm thinking once we're done with this route, we'll probably check it's the Kanjo Falls, I think it is. I basically want to check the area that's between both Kanto and Johto. Sorry for the... 1 second, I'm just gonna need a quick cough. I kind of want to explore like the intermittent, like the transition area between Kanto and Johto, just to see if there's like any items or interesting things that we may have missed, because I get a feeling we probably have. Because there was a lot of branching paths on that route. And there's plenty of trainers here too, but I kind of want to skip them for tonight. I kind of want today to be more about exploring and not battles. Because I feel like the sheer amount of battles are where like I start losing things to talk about, and I kind of get burnt out on it fast. So I'd rather just like explore the overworld and just kind of talk about some of my memories with Kanto as a kid. Because I think it's more interesting talking about like, you know, the branching paths over here. Like, it's a really simple, like, do I go up or down? And it turns out up is a terrible idea. Than it is to just like plow through these trainers who will probably die in like 2 hits, you know? I just don't think it really makes for... I just don't think it's fun. And I just don't think it really is all that interesting to watch either. I'm more into the conversation bits and whatnot. And I feel like the overworld provides that more than the actual battles. At least like with the trainers. The gym leaders maybe, but like the trainers... Anyways. We got a whole dungeon right here. Welcome to the Seafoam Islands. Or the Seafoam Isles. This is actually a pretty big dungeon from what I remember of it. So it's probably going to take a little bit of focus for me. Now this boulder actually is kind of tricking me because instinctively I want to push it up, but if I do, I'm going to trap that middle boulder over there, so I should do this instead. Now we have all the paths open instead of just one. Those types of puzzles are like not even real puzzles by most people's definition, but honestly I really like them a lot. I think they're fun. Also, Grip Claw. Shoot. What is the Grip Claw again? I feel like that's related to Sneasel's evolution, but I know that's the Razor Claw. You know what, actually, let's just check. Why not? See what our prize is. Oh, it extends Bind and Wrap. Interesting. I wonder how many team builds like actually use that? Because I feel like that's kind of situational, but I can also imagine a couple situations where you would want to trap your opponent. A lot of boulders here. Oh, right. I don't need to refresh that. We're good. Stairs. I feel like that would be progress, so I kind of want to check these ladders first. Nothing in this part. Waterstone. We actually don't get a lot of water stones, I feel. You get more water stones than most of the other evolution stones, but still not too many water stones throughout the story, so that's actually pretty nice. You know, I'll allow a couple encounters. I'm curious what Pokemon show up in here. Oh. Big Pearl. Nice. I mean, it's just Pearl. It's not big. Just big as in, that's cool. All the music in here. Yo, what up? To beat the cold, try warm clothes and a hot drink. I love hot cocoa. I love that particle effect of her like sliding in. It's actually pretty good. Like there was a little bit of a powdered snow situation going on there. Oh, you know what, Delibird. Actually, that kind of reminds me. Earlier today. So the reason the stream was actually later, I used the built-in excuse of I wanted to get the item from the guy in the Celadon department store, but in reality, it was just, I was taking care of some of the Pokeblock for the Ribbon Master Challenge, and I finally managed to get all of the Shadow Pokemon that I cared about for the playthrough. Mom. Appreciate it, Mom. Love you. See you at Thanksgiving. What was I saying? I got all the Shadow Pokemon that I really cared about from our main playthrough fully set up with the Pokeblock. There's also a Deoxys in there that I caught from doing the Eon ticket. But other than that, like, there's not much else being missed out on. Something tells me we can't get into that ladder over there because we can only go up or down. We can't go side to side anywhere here. Like, this trainer makes me think maybe I can do something, but no. We definitely want to get over to the right side because there's some stuff. Okay. It looks like every path to that ladder is a one-way. Because if I push that boulder to the left, it's just gonna block. And if I push, I can't push that boulder at all, so. I think we're good. Yeah. I think we're ready to see the next part of the dungeon. And I think we're ready for another repel. If it's just gonna be seals and Psyducks, like, maybe it'd be worth seeing for a potential chance of a shiny, but like, come on. Come on. What are the actual odds of that? Like 1 in 8,000? I won't lie, I'm tempted because I did beat the odds in my Sapphire playthrough. I actually did encounter that shiny Spheal named Bubblegum now. Oh, right. So I got like all the shadow Pokemon from the Coliseum playthrough fully contest conditioned up. So now all I need to do is get them all through the contests, battle the Elite Four with all of them, and raise their EVs, and then they are ready. Because I've already taken care of the Battle Tower for all of them. I've taken care of Mount Battle for all of them, and now I just need to do the contest stuff and get through the Elite Four as fast as I can, and then they're finally ready to be moved up. I'm tempted to buy an original DS and install a capture card on it to celebrate, but like, God, I don't know how long that would take, and I kind of need the money right now. I can't really afford to buy a capture card. Actually, you know, I come to think of it. No, there's no way. I was thinking about asking a friend of mine who I know for sure has a 3DS capture card if he had a regular DS one, but I highly doubt he would. Sir? Pissing in the pool all by yourself over here? Whew! I've worn my best swim trunks today. What? Why was that so hard to read? What is wrong with me? Alright, Lewis, show me what you got. A fucking Seadra? Okay, that's... I say that like I'm saying it's bad, but, you know, I fucking love Seadra. I think it's a really awesome design. Speaking of designs, earlier today I discovered this, like, Pokemon YouTube channel where he's basically going over, like, all the design philosophies for, like, the Pokemon's designs and, like, their attributes in the in battles and stuff. Like, let me see if I can actually find it in my histories. Oh yeah, his name is Nordist, and he's got like some really interesting videos, just like basically deep diving into each of like the aspects of the Pokemon series. But like, despite like being deep dives, he doesn't waste your time. His videos are on average about like 15 minutes, and like his longer videos like kind of justify the time frame. It doesn't feel like there's any wasted time in his videos. Although there are a lot of repeated jokes, which honestly I don't mind. All right, next time I'll wear party swim trunks. What? Pedro, I don't know what the hell you're on, but honestly, I think I'm into it. It's telling me there's something hidden over here. Is it by Pedro? It's gotta be by Pedro. It totally is. That explains why this place looks so empty. A deep sea scale? Oh my god. That's actually an insane item to get. An item to be held by Clamperl. This is Clamperl's evolution item for turning it into... Oh, shoot. Gorbis? A Gorbis? Gorbis? There's no way it's called Gorbis. It's something stupid like that. It's the reason I can never remember the Pokemon's name, because like it kind of just has a weird one that I don't feel like fits the silhouette. Just a quick sec. I'm gonna check on Kirby because he walked out of the room, so I want to be sure he's okay. Just give me like 2 minutes. He seems fine. He was excited to play with his toy, so I think he may be good for now.
Yeah.
Little baby bot. Yeah, Gorobus, like, so that's what the item is for. And there's an item down there that I missed. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I better keep that in mind. How much you want to bet that's the Deep Sea Tooth? If they give you both of them in the same version, that's actually really cool. I figured, like, you know, Deep Sea Scale would have been exclusive to HeartGold, and the Tooth would have been exclusive to Soul Silver. And who knows, maybe that is the case. If it is, I'm not gonna like it. Zam. I was hoping I could sneak by. I feel lighter in the water? Wait, Nicole Watterson? Wait. Doesn't help that she... well, of course you would have a blue Pokemon if you're a water type, a water user. Wait. Sounds like a harp. Well, because it probably is. I got another frog in my throat. Should I cough it out, or should I just like talk with the kind of the deeper voice that kind of breaks up a little bit? I actually really don't like this. This sucks. Trying to deal with Lapras in the battle tower was like the worst, because the team I had was Latios, Metagross, Suicune, and whenever I wanted to get a new ribbon on a new Pokemon, I would have to get rid of Suicune because it was easily like my weakest out of all of them. He was a really good tank, but he wasn't able to, he didn't have good type effective coverage because it was only Surf and Ice Beam. But coming to think of it, like, it probably would have made more sense to use Suicune instead of like Metagross, because Metagross had Choice Band, so it was stuck using only like one move unless I swapped it out, which I did get good value out of. Like, generally I would swap to Metagross whenever there was a physical attacker or something that was weak to physical but really strong against special attack, like Blissey, for example. Because other than that, Latios was a really good sweeper, but it kind of fell flat in a few places. Because if the enemy was able to get off like any kind of setup, it was basically over for me. Ryan is not too bad. Oh wait, 7 o'clock. Does that mean it's time for the password? No. Oh wait, no, it's gonna be 8 o'clock. And actually, come to think of it, we did not see a lot of the Whirlpool Islands Isles though. Huh. Okay, I definitely missed a few things. I'm lousy at it. I just splash around in these shallow waters. I mean, I guess that's fair, dude. You don't need to be swimming all the way out in the ocean. It's a wonder, like, what the hell all those people out there are doing in the middle of the night, swimming and probably lost. Like, let's be real, I think most of those swimmers in the waters there are a little bit lost. Every time the neighbors upstairs flush, I can hear the pipes This wasn't like a sound, like the soundproofing at the last place we lived at wasn't that big a deal, but I think I'm like right next to the water pipes for the bathrooms. So like every time they flush their toilet, I can just hear like a and I think something's falling and I'm like, huh? And then I realize, oh yeah, something is falling. It's the fucking water in the pipes. I've been slacking a little bit on the Pokewalker these past few days. Same with Pokemon Go. God, okay, so for anybody who's not in the know about Pokemon Go right now, there's like a controversial decision that Niantic is thinking of doing. They're in talks with a Saudi Arabian company that owns Monopoly Go to sell their games division to, which if you know Monopoly Go, you know that this is a terrible, terrible decision for anybody who likes Pokemon Go, which was most of the world at one point. So the problem is, oh shoot. So I've talked before at the during this year how badly I want to get a shiny Bonsly from an egg hatch, and the problem is that there's only like 4 or so more days in the Go event with Bonsly for the Bonsly 2K eggs, and Bonsly does not come up in Go very often. Like, this is literally its 4th time showing up, I want to say, because every time Bonsly is able to appear in the wild, it's only as an egg. It does not appear in the overworld, which so I don't know what the hell what I'm gonna do if this happens. Like, I'm probably gonna protest and stop playing the game. If anything, I probably should protest and stop playing now. I'll probably do that once Dual Destiny stops. I'll just like protest, like not play Pokemon Go, not buy any remote raid passes, nothing, because it is I do not want them to go through with the sale, because if Pokemon Go gets even more microtransactions than it's already been getting for the past few years, like, that's gonna kill the game. And like, I can't help but feel like the game's health was like at an all-time high recently. I feel like I've seen more people than ever playing Pokemon Go like a year or two ago, and I can't help but feel like this would single-handedly like destroy the Titan. I just wonder what the hell TPCI is planning to do about this, because like, surely Niantic isn't allowed to just sell the Pokemon Go franchise and Pikmin Bloom without Nintendo's approval, right? Like, I feel like that would breach their contract a little bit. I just wonder, like, if maybe Nintendo or TPCI will just try to buy Pokemon Go outright, because like, I feel like they would benefit massively from just full ownership of the game. And like, it would be really good for the fans too, because like, yeah, they could still microtransaction the shit, but Pokemon TCG Pocket has proven that like, even with like microtransactions, Nintendo can do it in a fair way. Like, most of the Pokemon mobile games like have microtransactions, but like almost all of them are like, I feel, are unanimously fair about the way how they handle micros, just because Shuffle is probably like the worst of it, but it's still fair because you're only paying for like buffs in each of the minigames, and the minigames are like totally doable if you are willing to put the time in for them. Not minigames, the what's the word I'm looking for? I guess the stages? Yeah, sweet, you do get this deep sea tooth. Yeah, so like I've never had any issues with microtransactions in Pokemon Shuffle. I never had any issues with microtransactions in Pokemon Go, except for recently. Battle Pass is especially egregious, and selling mythical Pokemon is definitely extremely egregious. And the only other thing I can think of with Go in particular that I didn't like in terms of like the financial end of the game is just, I'm honestly not even sure. I generally don't have that many issues with Pokemon Go in terms of like how they handle the game financially. I think they've like struck a good balance of making it fair for the most part. The only thing that I think they could make more fair is just making the remote raid passes a little less expensive, and then I think the game would be perfectly fair. Obviously, the remote raid passes cost as much as they do because that's their money maker for the game. Like, cosmetics are purchases for a short while, but once a player owns a cosmetic, they got it forever, and they're probably not going to keep buying more because, you know, they probably already identified. Are we almost done with this? Jesus Christ. But like remote raid passes are, you know, the main moneymaker because like you can raid forever with a remote raid pass. You would just be limited to 3, and then you have to stop and be like, all right, here's $5, and then it's like you can do 3 more. It's like here's $5 more. It's like I think like the price or the Pokecoins for remote raid passes as is a little bit egregious. I wish they gave you a bit of a discount if you used real money as opposed to Pokecoins. I don't think being able to buy remote raid passes directly is necessarily the solution. In fact, I would almost say it's probably a terrible one. And also, please, for the love of God, don't do 5 again. Thank you. I can't believe he just fucking hit 5 hits in a row twice. That's like 5 hits twice in a row. That's actually ridiculous. And he tried going for double protect. Oh, you dick. You're an actual fucking asshole for that one. Fuck you. Okay. And you know what? I just realized how stupid I am. There was indeed a way to get to the ladder that I skipped. 120 and you sustain damage. Could be nice for just finally giving. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna get rid of Flame Wheel. We don't need it for most of the game. And the extra damage will be helpful for the few fights we still need the power for. I get a feeling this is a death sentence for Manny, but where was I going with that? Yeah. So like, I feel like does Earthquake still affect Pokemon if they're using Dive? Hold up. Does Earthquake work against Dive? No, only Dig. Forgot to say that Surf hits and does damage to Pokemon who dived. Oh, so Surf can still hit Pokemon that use Dive, though. And Hurricane hits Pokemon who use Fly. Okay, that's actually interesting. Alright, so let's go for Basil. Because Dive shouldn't do anything against him. I'm actually shocked, man, you got to live to tell the tale. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, microtransactions in Go. I don't have an issue with them on the face of it. I just feel like Niantic in particular is extremely greedy. like they're making it, like I'm pretty sure they make an insane amount of money from just like collecting user data and selling it alone. Like they're a subsidiary of Google from what I remember, so like data is their paycheck. And yes, if I bump into the trainer, I'd be able to go over there. I was not thinking straight. Whoops. What'd you come all the way down here for? I wonder. What'd you come all the way down here for, I wonder? And the reason I accuse Niantic of it is just because, like, again, previous Pokemon games, perfectly, like, acceptable forms of microtransactions. They feel like they balance the game around, like, the game itself, and then they add microtransactions to, like, basically be a way to slow down players from like playing too much of the game all at once. It doesn't feel like it's there as like a form of padding. It doesn't feel like the game is balanced around the microtransaction. It feels like it's just balanced around how you would balance a game normally, but there's just microtransactions in there as a means of like slowing your progress. That's what I've always felt like has been the case for like games like Shuffle. I haven't played Masters, so I'm not like too familiar with that, but it's a gacha, so I kind of expect it to be a scam, let's be real. And TCG, like, they, as much as it is gambling, as much as it is absolutely unethical, they do make it fair for the most part. Like, you get 2 packs a day for free. You can do all the battling and stuff for free. The only thing you have to pay for, if you want to pay for anything, is card packs. And that's something you would have had to done if you wanted to play the actual, you know, card game. So it feels like the microtransactions in that game is like apples and oranges with like other forms of mobile game microtransactions. It's closer to most gachas, so it's not super far away. It's not like an entirely different beast, but it feels almost incomparable to something like Shuffle's use of microtransactions. Because like maybe like the newer stages in Shuffle that I've never been able to get to, like maybe those ones are like more blatantly you gotta start paying money. But like the stages I've always ever made it to, like back when I played Shuffle at its prime, it never really felt unfair. It just always felt like I just barely missed out, got unlucky, did a wrong play, or like just needed to buy a power. Like that was the only thing I never did. I would just not buy powers when I would do that stuff. So I never spent a dime on Shuffle, and I honestly got pretty far. I had some pretty good Pokemon, managed to get pretty far in terms of the number of stages. I think I made it to at least like 200 stages back in the day. This was like all the way back in oh god, what year of high school was I in? I want to say I was like I was a sophomore maybe. So this was like 2015. It probably was 2015 actually, because this is right around Gen 6 time. So like obviously it's an extremely long time ago, so like they could have easily changed their tune like in the later side of the development for Shuffle. But from what I recall of it, like it felt like it was pretty fair. It's a shame to see like the mobile division of Nintendo kind of like falling apart. Like I feel like they haven't done anything with Fire Emblem Heroes in so long because I haven't heard anything about it. Like I remember thinking the game was okay at launch, nothing that great, but like nowadays it's just kind of gone. Pikmin Bloom is just like, it's never really been that good. And somehow it's still running to this day just because I think it's running off the same framework that Go is, so it, like, they're just like, fuck it, we'll just keep it going, collect a little bit of extra money and mostly data in the background. Who cares? Mario Run, at the very least, still feels like a proper Nintendo game. It's just on a phone. It's just a shame that they kind of ran out of stuff to do with it almost instantly. Like, I think they released a single update for that game and then nothing else ever again. Although, at the very least, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, like, it was nice that at the end of its life cycle, they got rid of all the microtransactions and just started charging you to just play the game outright, which still easily like one of the most Nintendo moves I feel like they could have done. They could have so easily just left the game on the back burner for life and just let it idly collect money, but you know, now they're doing it in a way that's like, you know, not gambling. And also crit there, Jesus Christ. And also, I don't know a damn thing about Pokemon Sleep. I know it tracks your sleep information, which I think is like the creepiest thing that companies can really do. It's like, how many aspects of our lives do they need to know? I found some berries. I'm on Route 2. Okay, shit, I guess we're gonna be hanging out with Doug later. But like, you already know all my purchasing patterns, you know, like, my work schedule, how often I'm using a phone and stuff like that. Do you need to know when I'm sleeping too? Do you need to know how good my sleep is? Like, the best defense I can think of for like those sleeping apps and stuff are like the actual medical ones that are like for your doctor to use to check on your sleep patterns to figure out like how you can improve your sleep. Those are legitimate argument. That's a legitimate argument in favor of those sleep apps, but like, when it's a random company doing it, there's something really just creepy about that. Sleep apps are kind of where I draw the line for like, what's the word I'm looking for? Intrusive behavior, I guess. Because I don't mind if you know my location. I don't mind if you are keeping an eye on like some of my purchases to an extent. I don't mind if you're like, if you know the videos I'm watching. There's a lot of stuff I don't mind companies like having on them because I think that there's some information that they can collect that will genuinely create a better product if they have that information. But there's shit like sleeping where it's like, what are you? This is like a whole other level of data hoarding that isn't even like data hoarding. This is just whoring out on data. You know? I think if I do this. Wait, what? Okay, there we go. Yeah. So if I do that, do this, up, side, down. Nice. I'm actually surprised I solved that. I thought I was screwed a couple times there. Surf puzzle. But the real question is, can I slice through it with a 1000-degree knife? It's really interesting that they spotted. Oh yeah, that's a hidden item. That ain't no Pokemon, that's just a fucking Nevermelt ice. There's gotta be something at the tip of this. Really? Nothing. Interesting. Okay. I know for sure there's something over here. Like, we saw it earlier. We saw something beeping like crazy. There we go. And it looks like there's more. Are you kidding me? What? No. Okay, no. Room is empty. Room is clear. Yeah, but like I guess point of like all that rambling that was going on is just like I think that there is a certain level of like data collection where it's fine. Like some that's like even intrusive, I don't mind too much because like not because it's so normalized, but just because like I do genuinely think that like the more data a company has, like if it's done in like, you know, the hands of somebody responsible with that data, they will genuinely try to make a better product that we'll all actually want, as opposed to using it against us. Like, you know, my issues with like data hoarding and stuff in the modern day isn't really isn't like the principle of just collecting people's data. It's perfectly fine to do that if you have good intentions, but the problem is that there's too many bad actors these days. That's really like the crux of the issue with data hoarding in the modern era. It's just that there's just too many people who are trying to abuse the system to like kind of manipulate society, and it's like, well, how do we tackle that? Like, is the best way to just get rid of all this like data hoarding stuff? Like, are companies like full on banned from collecting data from their customers and stuff? Like, maybe that extreme, it's a bit of an extreme solution, but maybe that's the right way to go. I don't think it is, but it's better than what we got right now. And on that note, there you are. I have not healed up, but this will be an interesting fight. Come to think of it, you know what? I am actually going to heal up now that I think about it. No. Oh, right. Free lemonades. I forgot we got like a zillion lemonades from like a random shop in the mountains. Which is so weird. That feels like something you would never say in a Pokemon game. Because it feels like locations are typically too distinct to ever like refer to as the mountains. Maybe it's not too distinct, but it's like, it feels like, how do I even describe it? It feels wrong in most Pokemon games to describe areas as like generic landmarks that they would normally be called in real life. It feels like you usually have to call them by their landmark title when you're talking in terms of Pokemon. Or at least like that's how it feels for me for some reason. But there's something about Gen 1 where it feels like that's something you can get away with. Like, yeah, these are the Whirlpool Isles, but this is also just an ice cave. I feel like I generally wouldn't call most places like the Ice Cave or something, and people would understand what I'm talking about. Like, I feel like generally you would almost have to call it what it is for like most people to understand. But if I say the mountains, it's like, you're probably thinking Mount Moon. Alrighty. Let's do it. A wild Articuno has appeared. This blew my mind as a kid. I was exploring here randomly, and I just happened across Articuno here, and I flipped out. I was going crazy. I'm actually shocked at how almost perfect the amount of damage that was. I guess we're just gonna be going to chucking balls like immediately. Okay, what kind of Pokeball would I want to catch you in? Probably a dive ball, if anything. A moon ball could look interesting, but it doesn't quite fit the bill. I feel like you're actually not that heavy. I guess the only thing that makes sense is a dive ball. Dive ball or net ball. Dive ball most appropriately, I feel. 2. I thought we were gonna get that first try. This is gonna be the most anticlimactic encounter of all time. Come on. Ding, 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 ding. 1, 2. Only wants 2. What are your moves, actually? You got Ice Beam, Agility. I didn't actually catch the other move you used. Maybe you just used Agility before. Dive Ball on that actually looks kind of slay, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's got a perfect shade of blue for Articuno. I wonder if they actually chose the colors in this generation based on the Pokeballs. Come on. Bing, 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 bing. Seems to be getting worse each throw. I wonder, you know, you would probably survive a single bounce. And I wonder if I can get... Oh, you have Reflect, which is actually perfect. Can I paralyze you? No, I'll just kill you because I fucking crit. Good job, Ryder. I mean, yeah, actually, good job on that. Like, you were pretty strong. I've been seriously struggling to capture GBA footage. Like, the reason I haven't been showing off most of the Gen 3 escapades is because getting good Gen 3 footage is freaking hard. Like, Rubzuri, thank you for following. For that, we're gonna be opening a new card back. So let's see what we get real quick. Kind of lost my train of thought earlier. Oh, right, I was talking about, like, capturing Gen 3. How do I get... Dude, this pack does not want to open. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right, come on, come on. I want my pulls. Let's see them. All right, first card. Let's go. Ooh, Sprigatito. It's only a basic form, but it actually gets 2 attacks. Well, 1 attack and 1 ability. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energy cards, reveal them, and put them in your hand. Then shuffle your deck. That's actually a good early game card. Oh, we got the Paralyze. Hell yeah. All right, next one. Ooh. Is that Fluttermane? That's the ancient form for Miss Magius in Scarlet and Violet. This special card? It's kind of glittery and stuff. Oh, whoops. Accidentally killed. I got too distracted by the insane pull. 90 HP, and it does a 90 attack damage for 3 colorless. It's not insane. Put 2 damage counters on your opponent's benched Pokemon in any way you like. Okay, that's actually kind of insane, though. I love the art on this one. Like, check it out. It's got that really nice little, like... It's kind of hard to see on the camera because my webcam sucks, but it's got, like, that kind of, the same quality and shapes that... What the hell is it called? It's that really famous Van Gogh painting. It's like Midnight something. Starry Night. Starry Night. I can't believe I just forgot that. Whatever. All right, and final card. And just Ghastly. Actually, does that complete the set? Because this is a new Ghastly compared to the other one that I was seeing before. I think this might literally just be the basic form. Mysterious Beam. Flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. And Suffocating Gas for 30 damage. I mean, that's got some griefing potential. It's not too crazy. 2 basic Pokemon and an ancient Pokemon in there. Not too bad. It's actually a decent pull. Alright. Back to the game, though. So, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, the reason I haven't been showing off too much of the Gen 3 playthrough is because there's been an insane amount of work I've been trying to do to capture proper Gen 3 footage. Like, so I have a Game Boy player, which it looks okay with the default settings that Nintendo has. Actually, it just kind of looks like shit with the default settings Nintendo uses. So I've been using GBI to try and increase the visual quality, which works to an extent. But holy shit, even it's pretty noisy, and like messing around with like all the resolution options I cannot get a clear picture out of that. Like, I have a frame meister and everything, and I just cannot get the pixel quality to look good no matter what I do. I looked at Extrem's like official layout options that he's posted on his website, and it still doesn't look quite sharp enough for what I'm hoping for. I want emulator quality video, but unfortunately, unless I get a DS capture card, getting GBA footage to look that good, next to impossible. It's the best way for recording official Game Boy content, but like anything in terms of GBA is not sharp enough, not quite. Original GB, it's so easy because like the resolution is so small that you can scale it up to ridiculous amounts, scale it back to the original resolution in OBS, and then do the scaling through software, and it basically looks perfect. It almost looks like an emulator. But GBA is just a little bit too crisp, which is kind of unfortunate, because although it looks visually great, it just makes it so hard to actually capture it properly through my Elgato. Like, I'm sure like the real issue isn't the frame meister, it's probably not even GBI itself. I guarantee you it's my Elgato, because this thing is biting the dust. It is so slow, and I feel like the picture quality on it has been getting worse over time. It's not bad, I think it's just like it's not as clear as it once was. Like, I have to do most of the effects and stuff in OBS. Like, effectively, I'm just using my capture card as just a means of hooking up my consoles to OBS, and then just having OBS do all the actual like features and stuff that I would expect Elgato to take care of. But no. I feel like Elgato does most of its tricks pretty poorly, I'd say. In fact, I'm actually thinking of just ditching this thing and getting like an AverMedia card. Elgato is nice just for like the plug and play aspect, but once you try like getting like the highest quality possible, it just falls apart, man. Like, maybe the 4K capture cards aren't that bad. This is the Elgato HD60S that I'm talking about, so like it's a little bit underpowered, but it's using USB-C 3.0, so it's like maybe I guess it is also an outdated version of 3.0 USB, which, yeah, that's a whole other topic. Yeah, so that's I'm thinking about getting a DS capture card. The problem though is that it's not nearly as expensive as a 3DS capture card, but it's a chunk of change, that's for sure. It's like it's gonna cost whatever amount like buying a secondhand DS is gonna be, which it's not too bad. Like, it looks like they're hovering around like 40 to 50 bucks from what I last saw. But then I'm gonna have to ship it into Loopy. I think that's his name, Loopy. the guy who installs the DS capture cards, and that's gonna be a whole like 2-week process. And the only real reason that's like an investment for me is just because I just don't have a job right now. I'm waiting to hear back from Menards to, you know, give me my first week so that way I can, you know, start getting a paycheck on my like my 4th week or whatever amount of time you have to wait for your first paycheck in America. But like once I have a job, I guarantee like as soon as I'm done like paying, as soon as like I make sure that I'm good on my car payments and my credit card payments, like the first thing I'm buying is a DS and a capture card kit. I really wish I was good enough at soldering to be able to just do the installation myself, but I don't think I could ever trust myself to do soldering again after what happened with Sapphire and Emerald. I did a pretty good job of replacing the battery for Ruby, but I think Emerald is like permanently damaged. It still works, but it's definitely not great. Sapphire had some kinks at first, but it's working fine now and hasn't had any issues since, but I'm still concerned from time to time. Trying to replace the batteries, like doing the soldering manually, it is not as easy as people say. It's very simple. It is an extremely simple process, but it is not the easy job that everybody says it is. It is an extremely delicate and precise art that, and I would say it is absolutely an art. Because I've seen some people doing professional soldering on those things after I fucked up, and it's like, it almost looks like a machine did the soldering. Like, it's insane just how high quality some people can do it. Which kind of affirms to me, I am never going to trust somebody with a soldering job unless I know they are professional. Because seeing how badly I could fuck it up, and being new, it made me realize how important it is to make sure that you only have the delicate procedures with a delicate hand. Like, people who know what the hell they're doing. Thankfully, like, my soldering issues did not cause any problems for the games themselves. They're a little bit hacky looking, and the games work just fine aside from Emerald, which honestly, if it had to be anything, I hate that it was Emerald. I really wish it could have just been Sapphire. That could have been the sacrificial lamb, but it is what it is. And the only problem I run in with Emerald is, like, the game boots, the game runs, there's no issues at all. The only issue is, like, it's very finicky about how it's placed in the cartridge slot. So it's very easy to tilt it by accident. So, which I can't even imagine is a result of the solder job. Because, like, I have no idea how, like, me fucking up soldering would have potentially affected, like, how loose the cartridge is to the pin connectors on the GBA, but apparently that happened. I think maybe the cartridge has just always been like that and I just never noticed. Because this was a copy of Emerald that I bought secondhand, like, just before the Ribbon Master Challenge. Like, I'd say I got it right when I was doing the Coliseum playthrough. Sheesh. So, like, I don't know if, like, the cartridge has always been that way. Like, maybe the previous owner fucked it up for all I know. But, like, every little bit of fixing I've tried doing hasn't worked. Something tells me it could just be an insecure grip on, like, the prongs or something. Like, maybe if I were to try to scrape, if I were to try to, like, scrape off, like, a couple of bits between the contacts on the GBA slot, like, maybe it would work, but I wouldn't really want to risk that. I think the real issue is probably from the solder, because a capacitor actually came off. I had to order custom caps from, like, a website. I had to mass order like 10 of them, and I gave it to the solder guy. He took care of it, but the issue is still, like, there, so I don't know if that was from the capacitor or if it's just an issue with the cartridge itself. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna do a be right back because I haven't seen Kirby in a little bit and I want to be sure he's not sick. He had a little bit of chocolate earlier today, so I want to be sure that he's not, like, throwing up anywhere. 2 minutes, BRB. Sorry for the wait there. I think we got one more ball attempt here. Thankfully, he seems fine. Just decided to give him some food and water. Looks like he was really thirsty, but no vomit anywhere. So I think he's good for now. Hopefully we won't have to do a vet trip tonight. But I basically just need to wait till Emily gets home so we can be sure that somebody's watching him constantly. 3? Oh my gosh, that was so close. You are really showing some mercy to Miku, my friend. Wait, Articuno. Is Articuno a Miku stan? I think he might be. Who's like a Miku stan canonically in the Miku-verse? What would you even call that? Like, what would you call the franchise? I guess it's just Vocaloid? Oh wait, are you out of attacking moves? I think it might be out of Ice Beam. It might be out of Ice Beam and Ancient Powers. Or maybe it's just cycling. He's sitting underneath my chair right now. Poor little guy. I hope he's feeling okay. He's gotta stop trying to eat our chocolate. 3? Let's go. Okay, I guess Articuno is canonically a Miku stan. Let's go. I'm gonna need to ask one of my friends who's into Vocaloid to like, what the hell I should nickname this thing, because apparently it has to be a Miku tribute. Alright, anyways. So that was pretty cool. Great catch and whatnot. Except for the fact that I'm not gonna count it. I'm not gonna catch that. I wanted to do an honest to god attempt for the fun of it, but I'm going to pass on capturing Articuno until later. I may do some RNG manipping to get some good stats on it, but for now I'm pretty happy that we actually managed to catch it. All right, it does have a hidden item underneath it, so I'll grab that another day. All right, so that's everything I wanted to show off in the Whirlwind Island. Whirlwind Isles? Whirlwind Islands? I think it's the Isles. Horsey! Oh my god, I love Horsey so much. I would love to catch you, but I can very easily get you on my Pokewalker. Okay. So, I think that's every nook and cranny now in Kanto. So, I guess we'll do a little bit of the Kanjoto area. And once we're done with that, I think we can probably call it a wrap. We've explored most of that route anyway, when we were going to the Indigo Plateau, but I think there's just a tiny, like 1 or 2 routes that we didn't check out. We'll see. If somehow like we've already explored the entire route there thoroughly, I do have a backup plan. We'll probably do a little bit of the Ruins of Alph tonight. But something tells me we can probably hold off on that until like next stream. I'm hoping we'll just be able to do like all the unknowns in a single marathon stream, because I think that'll actually be a lot of fun. All right. Fly away on Miku, and all right, so that's everything on Route 19, 20, and 21. So we have officially finished seeing everything in Kanto, minus the trainer fights, but honestly, you're not missing much. So let's see, Route 26 and the Tojo Falls, that's what it's called. So if we go down on Route 26, I think there is a few things we may have missed because I was trying to rush to get to the Elite Four that night. So I know for sure we cleaned out Victory Road. I was very, very thorough on that one. May as well as get an apricorn. Why not? Hello again. Welcome back. Robuzi, do I know you? I think, were you the person who raided me, like, about a month ago? Or is that somebody else I'm thinking of? Let's see. Have I been in this direction before? I know for sure up there is the day of the week people. Nope, wasn't you. Gotcha. Sorry, I get most of the names mixed up here on Twitch. Getting a hit on the hidden thing. Is there something over here? Ooh, okay. Alright, so we're gonna need to do a little bit of surfing, I guess. I never fought you? Dude, I was really just Metal Gear Solid during like the final episode, wasn't I? Hey y'all. Let's see. What was I talking about earlier? GPA. I've like completely lost my train of thought. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've been actually doing a pretty good job of keeping conversation up today. I just like, I don't know what it is. Just like every now and then I'll hit like a little spike in my head and like, I just lose, if I lose my place, I just like completely lose momentum for some reason. And also, it doesn't help that, you know, trainer fights. I'm not a big fan of the trainer fights. I just like exploring the overworld. I feel like the trainer fights really halt most of the progress that I try doing. No, not in this battle. It's mostly because, like, although the voice acting is fun every now and then, if you can call it voice acting, like, it's fun, but the fights just kind of go on for a long while, and it's mostly a sweep. So so I'm not like the biggest fan, unless like we were doing something like say the battle frontier or something. I usually like just to skip over the trainers, especially on streams. I usually just in my platinum playthrough for the Nuzlocke, I especially spent a lot of time taking out trainers and stuff off screen, and hell, I kind of regret doing this. I did a bunch of the dungeons off screen too, which honestly would have been a lot of fun to show off because I feel like Gen 4 has some of the best dungeon design. There's a couple bullshit things like that one dungeon underneath Cycling Road in Sinnoh where it's like impossible to find the entrance, but it makes sense because it has Gibbles in there, which is supposed to be like an extremely rare Pokemon, so I'm willing to give it a pass, but it was definitely the only like bullshit out of like an insane amount of like masterpiece dungeons. I wouldn't even say like I hated it though. I still really like the idea of like having one of the rarest Pokemon hidden away in like a rare cave. Came from New Bark Town. You must be exhausted. Like I think my biggest regret for the Nuzlocke and Platinum was probably shoot, what dungeon was it? There was a couple of them that I ended up not showing on stream that I did in private. I think it was mostly like it was the dungeon next to Cycling Road because it had a partner that you get for the Battle Frontier that I completely forgot about until it was too late and I already encountered her, and I was like, fuck, I can either soft reset and show this off on stream and pretend to be surprised, or I can just go through with it and just say that I did it, which, god, that is boring. But unfortunately it's what I did because I didn't want to lose all the progress that I made that night. Oh boy. Oh wait, no, hold up. I have a solution. I have a solution for you. Sorrel Basil. Magic Leaf. The Battle Tower in Gen 3 has made me especially hate double team spam. I already didn't like it to begin with, but holy shit. When you don't have like a never miss move like Swift or Magic Leaf, like fucking hell, it like you win. They can't whittle down your health, but you're just sitting there wasting PP, hoping that eventually one of the attacks will hit, and it's like the most boring kinds of fights. Oh, I guess he walked away. Huh. I hope he's doing okay. I'm trying not to be too paranoid about it, but it's like this is the most amount of chocolate he's encountered in probably his life, and I just want to be sure like he's not like trying to find a little corner to go sit down in, if you know what I mean. That said, for the past hour and a half, he has been shockingly good. He's just mostly been sitting at the door waiting for Emily to come home because he definitely is very biased towards women. He does not like men. He's very territorial around men. Like, if he sees a guy walking by, he'll just start barking like without hesitation. If he sees a woman walking by, he'll usually try running to them. He'll bark, but like it'll take longer with a woman than it will if he sees a man. Which I mean, I guess based. But trying to get that little guy to be obedient has been an episode and a half, I'll tell you that much. Because he's a smart little guy. We've been able to teach him tricks for like the past few... Oh. Shoot, okay, that's actually a really well hidden secret. We've been able to teach him like new tricks and stuff. Like he just recently learned lay down, and we're trying to see if we can get him to learn roll over. He's struggling a little bit, but he is kind of getting it. But like, the only thing we can't really teach him for some reason is social stuff. Like, he's good around other dogs, but he is also extremely aggressive to them. Like, if he sees a dog, it's like no hesitation, run towards it, start barking and stuff, and it's like, and like he yanks on his collar. He's choking himself from like how hard he's pulling on the collar, and he does not let up at all. I keep thinking like, you know, pulling super hard on it, he'll teach himself like, okay, maybe I should stop doing it, but he never does. I've been trying to look up stuff to like figure out how to get him to stop it. It's like everything I'm looking at doesn't really work. Unfortunately, he's got a little bit of a stubborn nature, which, gee, I wonder who he gets that one from. It's a little bit my fault. I don't know if dogs actually pick up on personalities like that. I know for sure, like, human babies do, but that's because, you know, they're humans. Of course they're going to behave similar to the people around them because, you know, they're people. Oh, wait, I think it was... Is that Mom? Kenny. Oh wait, Kenny, are you the guy who I need to talk with for the evolution stones? Pokemon easily develop affection for us like hikers. No, it's not just my imagination, I've got proof. Seriously, my golem never disobeys me. Okay, Kenny. Appreciate the talk, buddy. I'll see you next year. Dude never calls me, but the first time he wants to talk to me, it's about how cool he likes his dog. His fucking rock dog. Before Rockruff, I think it's the name. Before that even was a thing. Okay. So I know for sure if we go south from here, I've already been on that route. I think there was a rare candy at the end of that tiny island. I even hidden item checked it and there was nothing there. Happens to be Sandstorm. Oh, right. You gave me that item. For some reason, I keep thinking this house is a healing one, but I'm thinking of the house that's later down the route. So I've already fought you. I'm pretty sure we've already gotten everything in this cave, but I guess a second pair of eyes never hurts. I know for sure we've gotten everything inside the tunnel, on the other side of the waterfall. Okay, I do not have waterfall with me right now, so I'm gonna assume we have everything in there. I can't imagine there's anything super rare inside that. And I think that's everything. Oh, a bit of an unceremonious ending to the search there, but I think that's everything in Kanto. Minus like the trainer fights. I think we've explored everywhere, seen every item, and or seen every landmark and grabbed every item. So yeah, nothing in here. And we're back to Newbark. Welcome home. And I believe we found everything on Route 28 too. So I think we can basically say Kanto is officially done. Seen everything in all these caves. The only place we haven't gone back to is the power plant since finishing that side plot, but I don't think anything else happens there. You know what? I'm gonna eat those words. Hold up. I can think of one thing that happens at the power plant. But the thing is, I think it might be a weekly, and I don't know if today is the day that it happens. So, fingers crossed. Alright, back to Cerulean. Alright, so let's just start heading back to the power plant then. Where was I actually going earlier? I'm trying to remember what the hell I was talking about. And if I could just stop jumping on those things. Throw down here. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting like distracted by text messages. I'm trying to make a rule for myself to not have the phone on when I'm streaming, but unfortunately, like, you know, given the circumstances with Kirby right now, I kind of need it just in case. Do. Okay. Oh my gosh. I love Gen 4's encounter rate. Having like just played Gen 3 trying to do EV training and stuff, it's insane how high the wild encounter rate is in the DS games. In GBA, it feels like it's impossible to run into Pokemon when you compare it to Gen 4. Like, I'm deliberately trying to find Pokemon in Gen 3 for EV training so I can get the effort ribbon, and it takes like it takes hours to get them fully like trained. I guess today is the day. So, just like with Articuno in the Whirl Islands, when you finish the power plant, and I believe on Wednesdays in particular, Zapdos spawns next to the power plant. Am I actually healed up? Like, can I do this? Technically not, but I think I'm good enough to do it. Before I do that, I'm gonna try and talk with the NPCs here and see if they have anything to say. Nothing new since last time. Pumping electricity for Pleasant Life Kanto. Do you have a Doug Trio? Right. This guy wants to do a trade. So soon enough, I guess I'll bring a Doug Trio over. Okay, so none of them do have anything to say, unfortunately. So I guess we'll just give this a try. We technically caught Articuno tonight. May as well see if we can get a Zapdos. It's so interesting just how mundane this encounter is. Like, it's cryptic that it's like on a Wednesday in particular. I think it's a weekly, like I could be wrong on that, but in Fire Red and Leaf Green, you had to do a whole dungeon to get to Zapdos to find him. But the dungeon has been repurposed and built back up. It's been repopulated since then, so he's effectively been kicked out of his home. And now we're gonna fight him. Poor buddy. I gotta say, I love the Zapdos sprite in in Fire Red and Leaf. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, especially compared to Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, like, I'm not the biggest fan of the Sinnoh sprites for the most part. Like, I think the Sinnoh sprites look fine on most Pokemon, but I feel like the art direction in Heart Gold and Soul Silver in particular is a lot better than the initial Gen 4 sprites. Yes. Hold up. He's got something. He's being suspicious. Okay. He didn't have anything that was that big of a deal, but he was acting sus as hell. He ran away the second, like, I looked at him holding it, or I was trying to see what he was holding, and he's like, just bailed. So I'm like, okay, hold up, this has gotta be something really bad. No, it was just a brush. He is running around and stuff, like, he seems to be fine. He loves to play. Are you kidding me? I'm the one who gets paralyzed. Okay, come on. Last chance for a paralysis. We can do this.
Come on, give me the toy. Give me the...
No, he doesn't want to give me the toy. Okay. Ryder is not going to survive another turn. Let's just go for the Pokeball. Okay, what's a good Pokeball for you? Well, Quick Ball actually would have been perfect. The only thing that kind of stinks about the Quick Ball is just that it's yellow, or I mean it's blue. Yellow, if we had a pure yellow Pokeball, that would have looked nice. Honestly, the Nest Ball might be the closest thing, but we're gonna try the Fastball. I feel like it's a decently fitting one, because it kind of has like that little lightning bolt in the middle of it, so it kind of looks similar to Zapdos. Ish? Not really.
Hey, bye. You want the toy? You want the toy?
And again, he is running around and stuff, so I feel like that's a good sign. Are you gonna use Charge again? No, you're using Agility. Okay, what is your game plan here, bud? I know the second I press A, like, Ryder's gonna die, but it's always when you choose to attack. It's never when you're going for the ball. Oh, did the toy land? I think it landed in a grocery bag. Alright, I'm just gonna throw on a Magic Leaf and I'll be right back. Yo, what up? Oh yeah, that does like peanuts for damage. I guess I can throw a pedal dance on.
Let's play fetch.
He wants to play fetch. I'm just glad he's being active. I can't say it enough because like I'm just concerned. I'm worried he's just gonna be sitting down like in agony, but like I think he deals with stress in like an active way. I think he just needs to play all the time if he's not sure about something, which I guess is a good thing in this case. Is a zap? Is a fastball good against Zapdos actually? Because I feel like Zapdos is decently fast. Like I don't think it has like extremely high base speed, but it's got pretty decent speed. I mean, what if I just throw a friend ball? That could be funny. Okay, with the fastball, it's a 2%, like a 3% chance of catching. Regular Pokeball, not even 1%. Okay, yeah, so fastball is effective against Zapdos. It's just gonna be a matter of probability, I guess. Let's see, this is like 25? Probably like 35%. Yeah, so we have about a 4% chance of catching in the fastball. I was hoping that was gonna work. I always love like the stupid like increase the catch chance gimmicks that people do. I mean, I've been doing that all my life without like the influence of like watching YouTubers or anything do it. I found out recently that's something people do. I just have always done like crazy shit to try to increase the catch rate, even though I know it doesn't work. Which is actually a very common behavior of gambling addicts, so I think that may say a lot about the process. Damn. Was that our last fastball, actually? I think it might have been. Okay, well, that's unfortunate, but I think Manny is immune to at least one of your moves. Ancient Power is your lowest PB, so... Oh, this is our last fastball. Alright, come on. Let's do the classic Mario and Luigi style. Whoop. 1, 2, 3. No way that worked! Okay, so I do very specific inputs on the 3DS whenever I do catching like that. Like I'll like on the D-pad I'll trace the movement of the ball being thrown and then tap A when the ball hits the Pokemon. Tap up and A when it opens, B when it closes, down and B when it drops, and then left right B, left right B, left right B, left right B, down B. That's what I do every single time when like I'm doing catches, just because it feels fun and it reminds me of the Mario and Luigi games. I can't believe that worked on the final ball. That's really funny. Alright, well, I guess you're gonna be nicknamed after like Mario Luigi character, probably like Fawful maybe? That could be fun. But you are not gonna be the capture that I have. Once again, RNG manipulation, stuff like that. But at least we got the raw experience, so that was pretty fun. Okay. I think now we can officially say that is everything in Kanto. So, real quick, there is one route I technically haven't scoured with the item finder, but I could be wrong. Item finder, like fucking Gen 1 and 2, the dowsing machine. Yeah, Route 10. I technically have never checked here for hidden items, but other than that, we have seen everything here. And I'm not getting any hits, so it's probably cleared. Yep. Okay, so that's everything on Route 10. Okay, it looks like Emily's on her way home, so should be fine. I should let her know that Kirby is doing well, so she doesn't panic. Okay. Just wanted to update her, let her know that Kirby seems fine. Although he is laying around a lot, but I can't tell if that's because if he's sick or if it's just because he's waiting for her to come home because he gets extremely depressed when she's gone. Ground tour floor only. Okay, so there's nothing we can do in... I swear, I feel like you can get to the top of this radio tower, but I'll have to do some research off stream for that. That said, though, I think it is officially late enough at night for me to finally go to Celadon and talk with that character who wants to tell me a scary story at night. Fingers crossed, because I'm not sure if this counts as nighttime or not, but given the street lights and stuff are on, maybe? Oh, actually, I've never taken this elevator. Has this always been unlocked? This elevator is for Game Freak only. Please select the floor you'd like to go to. Let's go to floor 3. I thought there was like a maintenance sign on this before. Did I just unlock this today? Hi, Kyle! Ugh. I can't even remember what Lyra's voice was at this point. Guess what? That sound designer over there showed me something cool. It's a high-tech retro machine to listen to music from the Game Boy. He said he'll give it to anyone who's collected all the Kanto badges. Why don't you go for it, Kyle? See ya! This is where you get that? This whole time I was waiting until late at night because I thought I had to talk to the guy at the roof for that item. God. I'm the programmer. I control the world of games with my fingertips. I'm the game director. Filling up your Pokedex of stuff, but don't give up. You can do it, seriously. I'm the sound designer. I compose sound. You know, this is a real person. Like, they're probably gonna be sad that I make them sound like this. I'm the sound designer. I compose the music. Wow, you've collected all the Kanto badges already. That's great. I'll give you something cool for that. And cool is an understatement, man. We get the GB sounds. It is a the GB is a rectangular thing that, with a black and white screen that you used to play the original Pokemon. Oh wait, that was a Game Boy. Turn it on, GB sounds will let you hear something, hear some nostalgic sounds. It's a gadget full of wonder. Try it at various places. There are some places you won't hear classic music, but that's life. Yeah, so he gives you this little Game Boy with headphones in it, and if you turn it on, they remixed the original soundtrack in the Game Boy sound font. And this isn't the original. You can tell because, like, there's a certain, like, there's some There's some instruments in there that were not in the original. It's a much more full sound. So you can turn this on in pretty much anywhere in the overworld, with the exclusion being places with new music like the GTS and whatnot. And they will all play little GB remixes of the original. I can't emphasize this enough. I'm pretty sure they're all remixes, because I don't think the Game Boy had this level of like craftsmanship put into the original soundtracks. All good, don't mind you, but like this is easily like a much better remix, I would say. I'm the graphics designer. I'm a skilled dot artist. Talk about it. Like, look at the pixel art in this game, man. I'm the planner. I come up with great ideas. This place you're standing here is no exception. What do you think? I'm the president here. We're remaking an old game, but it's quite a challenge. Old fans would not want us to mess with the old, with their good memories. But there's no point in just redoing the same thing, right? We're working towards something that brings back memories, yet also is something completely new. I've been in the business for 20 years now, but creating a game is always a rewarding challenge. And goddamn, man, they hit it out of the park with this one. So, what triggered me being able to unlock this elevator? Because I'm pretty sure this was locked before. I guess I never tried it, but I swear there was a sign on there that said, like, that I couldn't go inside. High places. I do love them. I do love them so. I'd say the only thing that loves heights as much as me is smoke. Oh. Is that a smoking reference? Is that supposed to be like a joke at one of the developers saying that they're like a smoker or something and take a lot of breaks? Because I can't imagine why else there would just be a lone NPC on the roof like that, just saying how smoke loves the air. So let's go. Oh, there it is. I'm actually surprised that the GB music is still playing. I figured between rooms it would turn off. I guess it's a mode toggle. Huh. Alright, so. I believe it's finally late enough for me to talk to this man. I thought for sure he was the guy that gives me the GB sound, but I guess not. So, let's finally see the story he has to tell. Let me recount a terrifying tale. Once upon a time, there was a little boy who was given a new bicycle. He wanted to try it right away. Yet, he was having so much fun that he didn't notice that it was already dark. While riding home in the pitch black night, the bike suddenly slowed. The pedals became heavy. The bike began slipping backwards as if it was dragged by someone. It was as if the bike were cursed and trying to drag him into oblivion. The boy had been riding uphill on Cycling Road. Ba-dum. Ba-dum ba-dum. For listening so patiently, you may take this item. Spell tag. All that for a spell tag? Are you kidding me? Spell tag boosts the power of ghost type moves. It won't slow your bicycle, so don't worry about that. I can't believe multiple days of checking this man, and that was the payoff. That's kind of ridiculous. Okay. Well, now that makes me curious about Celadon, or not Celadon, Saffron, because does that elevator work? And the music stays on too. That's so cute. Yeah, you can definitely tell this is not the original. Like, this is absolutely a remix of the original soundtrack. That is so cute. I love that. Silphco's latest product. It's not for sale anywhere yet. Elevator is out of order. May electrocute you. Stay away. What? Okay, well, I guess that's still off limits, unfortunately. So, okay, I guess the last thing I do want to do for the stream then is I kind of want to hear some of the remixes for these towns. Like, what's an iconic one? I want to hear Vermilion, because I really like the bass remix that they had for Vermilion here, so I'm curious what the new one sounds like. It's so peaceful. I love that. That's a really good remix of it. I like it a lot. Okay, what about Cerulean? I don't even remember the theme for Cerulean. Is that so funky? Oh my god, I love that. That's actually a really good remix. Okay, this almost sounds like it's from Ocarina of Time, I'm not gonna lie. Or not Ocarina of Time. A Link to the Past, or Link's Awakening. It kind of feels like... It feels kind of like a Link's Awakening sound font, which makes sense because it's also GBA. But also, I would just like to point out that they also made a remix for the Kanto theme, so we technically get 4, count 'em, 4 battle themes in this game for just wild encounters. God, there's just so much like attention to detail and care and love put in this game. Like, I cannot stress it enough. And this is without re-exploring all the places we've already been to. I could just redo the run-throughs of everywhere we've been in Kanto to kind of pad this out and like prove my point of like how much replay value this game has and why I sunk so much time into it as a kid, but it speaks for itself. And I feel like discovering some of this stuff for yourself, if you ever get the chance and privilege to play the game, I feel like makes it all the more special. Like, if you have the means to play HeartGold and Soul Silver, I beg you to do it. Because there is a whole... and do it without a walkthrough, please. Because, like, you'll get stuck in a few places. It's gonna suck every now and then. But holy shit, it is an experience that is unlike any other Pokemon game. I love it so much. And again, you can still tell this isn't the original. Like, maybe from Crystal. Maybe it's the remix from Crystal, and I am not aware of that remix, but I'm pretty sure they reused the same music from the same music from Red, Blue, and Yellow when they made Crystal. I could be wrong, though. Even if this isn't a proper remix, these are still good tracks. And now I'm actually curious. That is so good. I love that. I'm so glad. And choppleberries! Yes! Finally! Oh my god, I've been needing that for so long. It was like one of the last few berries that we've been needing. Okay, so normal type, dark type. We need steel type. And I think that's it. Oh my god, all we need is the freaking steel type one, and we're finally done with the berries. It'd be so cool if Mom... Ah, damn it. God, I love that. I love the amount of care and detail they put in this fucking game. Like, it's not details for detail's sake. It is like all like thoughtful, loving, caring, soulful. Like they could not have chosen a more apt name for this fucking remake. Heart and Soul. Like these are extremely heartfelt love letters to Gold and Silver. And it's like, it's such a shame that they never managed to top this level of like care and quality in their later remakes. Like, Oraz gets the closest. Oraz is an extremely good remake of Ruby and Sapphire, but it just barely misses the mark by excluding the additions that Emerald had. If they included the Emerald changes, I think they would have been the definitive remakes and probably would have dethroned HeartGold and Soul Silver, but unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. So I would still say this is easily the most loving remakes and probably some of the best games in the Pokemon series. Black and White are extremely great technical showcases and absolute marvels of game design for the Pokemon series, especially Black and White 2. But god damn it, I just have such a soft spot for HeartGold and Soul Silver. I feel like they managed to make this like the best casual experience for a Pokemon game, like bar none. There's just so much to like, there's so many reasons to explore Kanto and Johto. There's so many things that they cram in here that make you see the entire map in a whole new way. Like the first thing that throws you on your head is like, there's a whole new region to explore. So you get to check all that out, and as you uncover it, like you get new items that not only makes you like excited to explore this new place and get the badges all over again. You get a special place in Johto that was never available in the originals, and you even get like special items that reinvigorate the interest for the entire Johto region, like the GB sound, because now we have an entire tool and a whole sandbox of new music that we get to listen to if we were getting bored with the already great soundtrack that this game has. It's so good. I cannot sing enough praise for this freaking game. And actually, you know what? I think I do know where I want to leave this off. I want to check palette for a quick second, but this isn't where I want to stop. Is there a new theme inside the professor's lab? No. Okay, so you can just evaluate my Pokedex, and that's about it. And again, this is all exploration before we even get started on finishing the Pokedex. We haven't even gotten to the catching aspect yet. This is all minigame, exploration, and discovery. None of this has been checkpointing it, or has been checklisting yet. We have not gotten to the work of catching the legendaries. We have not gotten to the work of evolving our Pokemon or anything. This is just playing around and running in the overworld because there's just so much to do. And God, I have been having such a fun time replaying this. I really do wish I could just play HeartGold forever, but unfortunately, I do have a schedule to maintain. I've got to finish everything before Bank shuts down. And who knows? Maybe I'll do another playthrough at some point. Maybe I'll do a proper Nuzlocke where I can actually route it out and try to win legitimately, but like... For effectively what's been just a casual playthrough again, just trying to show it off for others who are interested in the series, God, this has been such an incredible reminder of like why I love this game so much, and I'm so glad I get to finally show it off to people. I really do wish I had a bigger audience to like have more people see why this game matters to me so much, but you know, it is where I am right now, and honestly, the fact that I just get to finally put it out there, I'm glad. That's good enough, and like for the few people who have been here for it, I really do appreciate you all seeing it. But that said, we're not even close to done. We're done with Kanto, but we have hardly scraped the surface of Johto. I got through here pretty fast, and we did not explore any of the dungeons, and there are many dungeons. We walked into the ruins of Alph, never once never once looked at any of the features. We have not done the Battle Frontier. We have not seen anything on Route 47 or 48. We only looked at the Safari Zone for half a second before leaving. There is so many unturned stones in this region, and I cannot wait for next time when we stream. I hope my homework isn't too busy. It doesn't keep me too busy because I want to get back to this. I cannot wait to show all of what Johto has to offer because there is plenty. There is so much to see in here. So, I guess until then, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. I really do appreciate everybody who's been stopping by on all the chats and stuff. And I guess that's really it. Kirby seems to be doing fine, so I think he won't need to be going to the vet tonight, thankfully. And I guess next time we're going to get started right away with the Ruins of Alph. I feel like it's the most iconic spot that we can check out, so if you're interested in that, hope to see you guys then, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your night. Peace. You okay, bud?